to Saturday morning slow flow. It's been a while since we've done this, but it's good that we get to be here together in the studio with a few of my friends, and while you're watching at home, we're going to do a little flowing this morning. So you guys can start on your back. Everybody here in the studio is there already, right? If you don't love starting on your back, then you can always come to child's pose, or you can just sit up. You can have your legs extended, you can have your legs butterflied, or you can have your knees bent like I do right now. And just find somewhere nice and comfortable to be for the first few moments, so you can give yourself a chance to arrive. Right? Start to bring your focus to your breath. Don't worry about controlling it just yet. Just notice it, observe it. Turn off the rest of the world. Turn on the yoga. People are coming to join us. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Let your breath start to take over here. Push all those distractions to the background. So we can be fully focused on our mat, our practice, fully present to our mat, our practice. You feel like you've got that focus on your breath. That's when you're going to start to add that element of control to your breath. Just see if you can close your mouth and breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Allow your breaths to become longer, slower, deeper. Inhale, you're pulling the breath all the way down to your belly. As you exhale, you're pushing it all the way out. And from there, you really can start to move. Just with that one breath, one movement. If you're not able to control your breath, if it doesn't feel comfortable when you're trying to do what I just told you to do, if you don't understand what I just told you to do, don't get too caught up in it, right? The only thing you really need to do in this class or any yoga class you take is be aware of your breath. Know when you're inhaling, know when you're exhaling. Everything else is going to come from there. All right, so we're going to start to move here a little bit. When you're ready, come to your back if you're not already, right? And hug your knees into your chest. And then from there, we're just going to start with a couple simple twists. Start to wake our spine up, let your arms go out long, drop your knees to the right as you look over your left shoulder. As you inhale, you're going to bring those knees back to center. As you exhale, you're going to drop them to the left as you look over your right shoulder. Inhale, pull them back to center. So now those knees are into your chest. Your arms are still long. You're going to kick your legs straight up to the sky. And then let them go out super wide. So you're just letting them fall out wide. And then from there, you're going to bring them back together. You're going to bend into your knees, bring them back into your chest. All right, so it's just a little simple flow there. We're going to do it a couple times. We start with those twists. You're going to exhale, take your knees to the right. You're still bent here in that supine twist, just like we do at the end of class. Inhale, pull them back up to center. Exhale, drop them to the left, look to the right. Inhale, pull the knees back to the center. And then as you exhale, come to your chest. Inhale, kick them up to the sky. Exhale, drop them out to the sides as much as you can. Inhale, pull them back together. Exhale, bend your knees back into your chest. Keep inhale here. Let's do that one more time through. So you're going to exhale, drop your knees right, look left. Inhale, bring them back up to center. Exhale, drop your knees to the left, look right. Inhale, bring them back up to center. Take an exhale as they sink into your chest and inhale. Kick them up to the sky. Exhale, let them come out long. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, bend into your knees, hug them back into your chest. And this time, as your knees hug back into your chest, just take your hands to the crease of your knees, rock yourself up to seated. And then once we're here seated, we're going to come around into tabletop. Right, so tabletop is hands and knees pose. Right, you get your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Sometimes you need a little padding under your knees. If your knees are sensitive, if you have a towel or a blanket or something at home, you can do that. Here, you can use a blanket. Right, we're going to be on our knees for the rest of our warm-up here, but it's not super long. We're going to start with a couple cat-cows just to get our body and breath in perfect sync. So as you inhale, lift your chin up to the sky, tuck your tailbone under, let your belly drop. That's cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round out your back, hollow out your armpits. That's cat. So just keep moving here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a couple more rounds here. Just moving with your breath. It doesn't mean you have to go as fast or as slow as I am. Just find the cadence of your own breath and match your movements to it. All right, eventually as we finish up our next cat, we're going to meet back here in neutral tabletop. Now we're going to warm up the core a little bit. We're going to come to spinal balance. So take your right leg, extend it long behind you. I'm going to move up a little bit here so you can hopefully see the whole body in the frame. Right, so my right leg is extending long behind me. I got my right toes pointed towards the ground, my shoulders right over my wrists, my right knees pointed towards the ground. Right, now I'm going to take my left hand and reach it forward. The left palm is open towards the right side of the room. My left thumb lips the sky. I can't quite see my hand here. But imagine, right? And first we're going to add 3 little crunches. So you're going to bend into your left knee. You're going to bend into your left elbow, bend into your right knee. Touch them together under your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest as they touch. So you're watching them touch. And so you're curling in. Then open, back up, right where you were. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Crunch in. Open up. Crunch in. Open up. So now you're back to spinal balance here. Now, stay in spinal balance, but then we're going to come to awkward here. So awkward means you sweep your left arm out to the left. You kick your right foot out to the right. You want to keep that right shoulder over the right wrist. Keep your left hip over your left knee. Right, this is hard to hold. That's what we call it the awkward pose. What I want you to do here is then just pull it back to spinal balance. Reach everything straight ahead. See if you can do that twice more. Just open into awkward for a breath. Bring it back to spinal balance. One more time. Take it out to awkward. Bring it back to spinal balance. As we come back to spinal balance here, you're going to drop it all down into your tabletop. Take a breath, and then we're going to do all that going the other way. So this time, you're going to take your left leg, extend it long behind you, toes point towards the mat, knee points towards the mat. You've got that leg as close to hip level as you can get it. Then you take your right hand, you're going to reach that right hand forward, right palm towards the left side of the room, right thumb up to the sky. Push away from that with that left hand. So you're not dumping into your left shoulder. If you feel your left elbow start to bend, you're using your shoulder, right? Push it all the way straight. Push your palm away from the ground. And then take your crunches here. You're going to bend to your right elbow this time. Left knee. Remember, tuck your chin to your chest as you crunch. But then you're going to look back up as you open back to spinal balance. Do that twice more. Crunch in. Open up. Crunch in. Open up. Now, we're back in spinal balance here. This time from our spinal balance, come to that awkward. Sweep your right hand out to the right. Kick your left foot out to the left as much as you can. And from there, bring it back. Spinal balance. Take it out to awkward. Take it back to spinal balance. Do it one more time. Swing out to awkward. Bring it back into spinal balance. As you come back to your spinal balance, now you're going to drop it all down into tabletop. This time, as we get to tabletop, we're going to start to go through our sun salutations now that we're nice and warm. Just tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Come in to your first down dog of the morning. So your head's dropping between your shoulder blades. You're pushing your heels towards the mat. If you want to add a little movement here, you can. Bend one knee, then the other. We call that walk in the dog. Maybe you're swaying your hips from side to side. Maybe you're just staying towards the front here so you guys at home can see. Right, but you stay where you are at the top of your mat. Let your belly touch your upper thighs. Let your head hang heavy and long. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Show some creases in the back of your neck. Now, as we inhale here, we're going to take a little half lift in a monkey. Just pull your shoulders even with your hips. So now your back is nice and flat. Crown of your head is pointed forward. As you exhale, come back down to forward fold. Belly to thighs, crown of the head towards the ground. This time as you inhale, big reverse swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Now you come up to standing here. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and just pull it to the right. So you're taking a little side bend, right? Opening up that left side body, that left bicep's coming right along the left ear. Now while you're still here, just like this, we're gonna add a little twist, right? Keep pulling your left wrist towards the right side of the room, but push your right hip back and draw your left hip forward. So your chest starts to spiral a little bit towards the right side of the room. All right, then you're gonna untwist. You're gonna lift your hands back up to the sky, and we're gonna do that the other way. So grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, pull it to the left. Once you're in that side bend, take your left hip, draw it back, push your right hip forward, spiral your upper body to the left. Bring your hips back around, take your hands back up to the sky. Now take your hands, your palms are towards me, and your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Start to go into a back bend here. Just shift your hips forward, take your chest and your gaze up to the sky. Now, while you're in that back bend, take your hands and just kind of sweep them around back behind you. So you're back bending, but you're going to interlace your hands behind your back, right? And then from there, push those knuckles to the floor, take a little bit deeper back bend. Then inhale, bring it up tall. And as you exhale, with your hands still interlaced, you're going to hinge at the hip, come all the way back down to forward fold. Lay your belly on your thighs, let the crown of your head go towards the ground. Reach your hands up and over like they can come right up and over your head. If they're not going to, reach like they could. And then once you're all the way down to forward fold, then you're going to release your hands to the ground, back to regular forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift to monkey, shoulders even with the hips. Exhale, fold back down, plant your hands, step or float, back to plank. All right, so now here I am in plank, I have my shoulders over my wrists, my hips just below my shoulders. Now, you can drop down to your knees for this whole thing. If you need to, just keep your upper body in a diagonal, one straight line from your shoulder to your knees, if you want to be on your knees, or you can do this on your toes. We're going to lower through our yogi push-up. We call it a chaturanga. So you're going to bend your elbows, let them scrape right along your ribs. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat here. So as you come down to the mat, you've got your hands right by your chest, your elbows are pointed straight back behind you. We're going to inhale, lift into a baby cobra at first. It just means you lift your chest slightly, right? If you're in baby cobra, you should be able to lift your hands up off the mat, right? So you feel this all in your low back. That's what's holding you up right now. Now, if you want to take a deeper back bend, use some upper body strength, then you're going to press your palm into the mat, straighten your arms, and pull your chest up and through all the way to up dog. Now, you don't have to come to up dog if it doesn't feel good to you. If you want to stay in baby cobra, every time we flow, stay in baby cobra. It's totally up to you. Wherever you end up, baby cobra or up dog, now you're going to flip your feet, lift your hips up and back, come back to your down dog. All right? So that's our basic sun salutation this morning. We're going to do it twice more through. Now that y'all have seen it, we're going to move a little faster. We're going to move it with our breath. So bend your knees, look between your thumbs, bring your feet toward your hands, come to forward fold. As you inhale, take a half lift to monkey. Shoulders even with the hips. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up to standing. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Lean to the right. Then draw that left hip forward, push that right hip back, add a little twist. Come back around with your arms overhead. Switch your hands. Now take that side bend to the left. Then add that twist, push your right hip forward, draw your left hip back. Come back to center. Take your arms up overhead. Go into your back bend just like this at first. Hips shift forward, chest and gaze go up. Then sweep your hands around so they interlace behind your back. Let yourself get a little deeper into that back bend, pulling your knuckles towards the floor. Then rise up. Then hinge at the hip and come all the way down to your forward fold. Once you're all the way down, release your hands. Inhale, half lift to monkey. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step or float back to plank. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or all the way to up dog. And then exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, let's do that one more time through. Bend your knees, look between your thumbs. Bring your feet forward, your hands come to forward fold. Inhale, take that half lift to monkey. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Grab the hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Side bend right. Add that twist in. Turning your torso towards the right side of the room. Come back to center. Switch out your hands. Side bend to the left. And add that twist. Twist here. Come back to center. Take your hands up to the sky. Palms facing forward. Go into your back bend. And then while you're in your back bend, sweep your hands around. Lace them. Push the knuckles towards the floor. Drive you deeper to the back bend. And then come up. Hinge at the hip. Come all the way down to forward fold. Release your hands here. Inhale, half lift monkey. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step or float back to plank from your knees or from your toes. Exhale, lower through that chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or all the way to up dog. And then exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, now this time from down dog, we're going to come forward one more time into our forward fold. Take another half lift monkey just to reset your back. Pull your shoulders into your hips. Fold back down. Now this time, as we inhale, we're going to come up into chair. So bend your knees, send your hips back and down, and then peel your upper body up off your thighs. Maybe reach your hands forward. Maybe bring them to heart center. Maybe we've got them to the sky right now. Right? We're going to move our hands in a second. But first, set up your chair. Make sure that your knees are not covering your toes. You're sending your hips back and down so that doesn't happen. Right? Feel this in your quads, in your glutes. Make sure that you can wiggle your toes. Right? That way the weight's all back in your heels. That's what we want here. Now, wherever your hands are, just like we did in the sun salutation, you're going to sweep them back behind you. Interlace them. Push your knuckles towards the ground. So pull your shoulder blades together. Send those shoulders back and down. Take a glance down. Make sure your knees didn't start to cover your toes here. Your chest is still up and open. Take a deep inhale. Now, as you exhale, you're going to straighten your legs. Put your belly down on your thighs. So you're in that forward fold position, kind of like we were last time during the sun salutation. Now, release your hands and then let yourself swan dive all the way up to standing mountain. All right, as you exhale here, you're going to drop back into chair. So we're coming from up instead of down this time, but same thing, right? Bend your knees, send your hips back and down, and keep your chest lifted. Once you're there, sweep your hands back behind you, open up your chest. Into your chair here, take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs, drop it down to that forward fold with your hands and your legs behind you. Release your hands, swan dive it all the way up. So we're going to do that twice more, all right? So you're up in standing mountain. Exhale, drop into chair. Sweep your hands back behind you, open up your chest, take an inhale here. Exhale, straighten your legs, drop it down, forward fold. Release your hands. Swan dive it all the way up. One last time through, we're in standing mountain. Drop to chair. Sweep your hands back behind you, open your chest, and then straighten your legs, drop it down to forward fold. Release your hands here. This time just stay in your forward fold, maybe add that half lift into monkey if it feels good. Then exhale, fold back down, plant your hands. We're going to go through a flow here, step or float, back to plank. Exhale over through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, shift, down dog. All right, now that you're here in down dog, take your right leg, lift it up to the sky, and then take your right foot, you're going to step it through between your thumbs, come to runner's lunge. Maybe it takes you more than one step, right? You all know that. It's all good. Just make sure you end up with your right knee over your right ankle and your left leg nice and long. Now we're going to drop down to the left knee at first, right? So let your left knee come to the ground. Let your left foot flatten. If you need a blanket or a towel underneath your left knee, put it there. Make sure you end up with your left hip in front of your left knee, not right on top of your left knee, right? Your right knee is on top of your right ankle, left knee is back behind your left hip. All right, once you're in place, inhale, rise up. We're coming into that kneeling crescent. Right, so you've still got that right knee right over the right ankle. You're kind of pushing your lower body forward as your upper body leans back a little bit, so you feel that opening in your hip flexors. All right, from here, bend into your elbows, just make cactus arms, and then leaning a little further back to your upper body. Let your chest and your gaze go up to the ceiling. Now inhale, rise back up, take your arms overhead. This time as we exhale, we're just going to come to half pyramid. Let your right leg straighten, let your right toes flip up off the mat. Drop your hands down on either side of your right leg. Drape your body over your right leg, bringing your nose toward the right knee. Square off your hips, draw that right hip forward, push that left hip back, Maybe you can sink a little lower. Don't sit down on your left heel if you could. Leave that space to feel the stretch. All right, now we're coming back forward here. Bring your right knee over your right ankle. Right, and now you're gonna tuck your left toes under. Come up off your left knee. You can drop your left heel here if you want to, or you can keep it up. We're just gonna keep that left hand planted on the inside of the right foot and take the right hand up to the sky. So now you're here to twist and left. Try to stack your right shoulder on top of your left, open your chest up towards the right side of the room. Now, drop that right hand down. What you're gonna do here, you're gonna step back with that right foot, but it's gonna go up to the sky. So you're gonna end up back in a one-legged dog. Looks like this. Okay? Now this time, as you got that right leg up to the sky, you're gonna shift forward, right? Bring your shoulders over your wrists, curl the knee into your chest, and then you're gonna kick that right foot underneath your left armpit. So your right leg comes long. Drop your left heel here. And then maybe you're just right here, right? If this is enough for you, stay here. If you can, take your left arm up to the sky, stack it on top of your right. You're in full starfish. All right, now, drop that left hand down. What you're gonna do here, you're gonna take that right foot, you're gonna lift up your left heel, you're gonna take that right foot on top of the left, right? So now my left heel is dropping to the left, and my right hand's coming up to the sky. I'm in side plank. You can always do it like Karen's doing it here. You guys can't see her, it's okay, right? But with your left knee down, so it looks like this. It's up to you. All right, now from here, we're just gonna come back around into a plank or modified plank. Take your flow right here. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale, come to down dog. All right, I'm gonna turn around so you guys can see what's going on. We're gonna do all of that on the other side. All right, but you stay right where you are. Take your left leg, lift it up to the sky, and then you're gonna bend your knee, step your left foot right between your thumbs, land in that runner's lunge. It's the same thing here. A little back here, so I'm in the frame. Left knee over the left ankle, right leg nice and long. Once you've got everything in place, drop down to your right knee. Make sure that right knee lands behind your right hip, and that your left knee stays over your left ankle. Then push away from that with both hands, rise it up into your kneeling crescent. Right, so you're pushing that lower body forward, leaning that upper body back. That means opening up and dropping into cactus arms, bend your elbows even with your shoulders, palms towards the front of the room. Maybe lean a little further back here. Come all the way up, take your arms up overhead. And then we're going to come to the half pyramid, left leg straightens, left toes to go off the mat. Drop your hands down on either side of your left leg. Do it more gracefully than I just did. Let your body drape over your left leg, bring your left knee, left nose, there's no left nose, there's one nose. And you're going to bring it towards your left knee. Square off your hips, that means right hip goes back, left hip comes forward. Really feel that stretch in your left hand here. All right, now we're coming back forward, bend back into your left knee. Bring your hands on either side of your left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Pop up off that right knee. Now here, if you want to, you can drop that right heel so your right toes point to the right, or you can keep it up, right? If you keep it up, you can get a little deeper into the twist we're about to do. If you keep it down, you get a little more stability. So, drop that right hand right on the inside of the left foot. Now take your left hand up to the side. Take that twisted lunge to the left. Stacking your shoulders, opening your chest. Drop your left hand down, plant it. Now we're going to step with that left foot, right? It's going to go up to the sky, back to a one-legged dog. And then you're going to bend into your left knee, curl it under your chest. As it comes under your chest, now you're going to kick it through underneath your right armpit. Let your right heel drop, or left heel drop. That's your right heel, to the left, so your right toes are pointed towards the right side of the mat. If you can, take your right hand up to the sky. If you want to keep it down, keep it down. So we're in starfish. Now we're going to flip it around. We drop that right hand, unwind that left leg. You're going to drop your right heel the other way. Stack your left foot on top of your right. And then take your right hand up to the sky, so you're in that full side plank. Maybe modified side plank with your right knee down. Either way, right shoulder over the right wrist. Now, drop that left hand down, come back into your plank or modified plank with your knees down. Take your flow here. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale, shift. You guys come to down dog. I'm going to move my mat a little bit this way so it's easier for me to stay in the frame. All right. So now we're back to down dog. Bend your knees. Look between your thumbs. Bring your feet toward your hands and come to your thighs. Release your hands, swan dive it up to standing mountain. From your standing mountain this time, drop it into chair. Sweep your hands back behind you, open your chest, straighten your legs, drop your belly to your thighs, come to that forward fold. Release your hands, swan dive it up. Drop it into chair, sweep your hands back behind you, open your chest, straighten your legs, drop it down to forward fold. Release your hands, swan dive it all the way up. We're gonna do that one more time. Drop it into chair, sweep your hands back behind you, open your chest, straighten your legs, drop it to forward fold. Release your hands, stay in your forward fold. Maybe half lift into monkey, fold back down, land your hands, step or float back to plank. Exhale, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift. Downward. All right, let's take the right leg, lift it up to the sky. Bend your knees, step it through, come to runner's lunge. Remember, we're going a little faster through these now. This is the part we've already done. So drop your left knee, sweep it up into that kneeling crescent, leaning back. Come to cactus arms, make your back bend deeper here, and come all the way up. Straighten your right leg, right toes off the mat, drop it into that half pyramid. Take a breath here, then walk it back forward into your kneeling runner's lunge. Pop off your left knee, drop your left heel if you want to, or keep it up. Plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. Take your right hand up to the side for that twisting lunge. Drop your right hand down. Now your right foot stepping back. It's coming into a one-legged dog. From your one-legged dog, curl it into your chest. Kick it underneath your left armpit. Drop your right heel. Take your left hand up to the sky if you want to. Keep that left hand down. It's all good. Drop that left hand back down if you took it up. Unthread that right leg. Flip your left heel the other way. Stack your right foot on top of your left. Take your right hand up to the side. You can be down on your left knee here if you want to. Now, we're going to come back around here into plank, right? But we're not going to flow. You're going to shift it back to that one-legged down dog again. So take your right leg up to the side. Now you're stepping that right foot all the way through. One more time. Come to runner's lunge. Now from here, we're going to rise up. You can drop your left heel to the left here, so your left toes point towards the left side of the room, or you can keep that left heel lifted. Rise up. So now we're here in crescent with the heel up, or square your one if you've got the heel down. Either way, you got to square your hips towards the top of your mat, right? Harder to square your hips if you're in warrior one, but harder to balance if you're in crescent. So you decide what you need here. All right, now, either way, we're pushing off that left foot. We're going to rise up. You're going to bring that left knee up to your chest. You're going to end up balancing on your right foot. So it looks like this. If your balance isn't great, maybe you're here. That's okay, right? You keep those left toes down. Now, take your right hand, drop it down to your left knee. Take your left hand, open it up back behind you. Look over your left shoulder. Now, release that left knee. You're going to step all the way back with your left foot. Your right knee's going to bend, your left toes are going to land to the left. Sweep your right hand up and over. Left hand along your left thigh. So you landed in reverse warrior. Maybe you're wrapping that left hand around your back if that feels better. Maybe it's just trailing along your left thigh. Maybe you're looking up at your right fingertips. Maybe you're looking back over your left shoulder. Either way, deep bend in the right knee. Making sure that right knee is going towards the pinky toe side of the foot. All right, now from here, push your right leg straight. Bring your hands to heart center. Bend into your left knee. Keep your right toes pointed forward. But bend into your left knee. Drop your left elbow towards your left knee. So you're in Skandasana. It's a side lunge. Maybe make it really deep. Let those right toes lift. Let that left heel lift. Right? Or maybe you just keep it shallow. Whatever's working for your body. Right? Wherever you are from here, you're going to push through that left foot. Bend back into your right knee. Spin your hands open. Now they're just going long. So you landed right here in warrior two. Right? Powerful warrior. Setting that right knee still towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Now you're looking right over the middle finger on your right hand. If you're in front of a mirror, like the people here are, you can see your left hand behind you because your shoulders are that stacked. Now, we're going to do one more thing here. You're going to step forward with your left foot. All right? And you're going to put your left foot on top of your right knee. So it's a one-legged chair. It looks like this. down low enough that your left elbow comes to your left knee, and your right elbow comes to the sole of your right foot. If you don't get that deep, it's okay. Right? And then from there, just set that left foot down. Rise all the way up. Take your arms up overhead. Swan dive it all the way down. Land in your forward fold. Take a float here. Inhale, half lift monkey. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step the float back to plank. Go through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, so we're gonna do that one more time through on the left side this time. I'm gonna turn around again. Easier for you guys to see when I'm facing the other way here on the left side. All right, so take your left leg up to the sky, bend your knee, step it through, under runner's lunge. Once you're there, drop that right knee down, let your right foot flatten, rise to your kneeling crescent. To kneeling crescent turn. All right, now drop those arms to cactus arms, take your back bend, and then rise back up. Straighten out your left leg, drop your hands on either side of your left foot. For that half pyramid. Take a breath here. Then you're going to bend back into your left knee, walk it back to your kneeling runner's lunge. Tuck your right toes under, now come off that right knee. Drop your right heel if you want to. Plant your right hand on the inside of your left foot. Left hand up to the sky on that twisted lunge. Now, that left hand is going to drop down. You're going to step back with your left foot, come through your one-legged dog. Bend into your left knee, curl it under your chest, and then kick it through underneath your right armpit. Drop your right heel. Maybe, if it feels okay, you take that right hand up to the sky. Starfish. Let that right hand come down if you lifted it. Now you're taking that left leg, unthreading it, turning your right foot the other way, stacking your left foot on top of your right, coming to your side plank. Maybe you're down on your right knee. Drop it down here into your plank. And then shift it back to one-legged dog. Your left leg's coming up to the sky. Bend into your left knee, you're going to step it through again, come to runner's lunge. And then here, we're rising up either into crescent or warrior one. Crescent, you keep the right heel up. Warrior one, you drop the right heel down. Now once you're there, you're pushing off with that right foot, right? You're going to curl that right knee into your chest. So this, if your balance isn't great, it's this, right? Just on your right toes. You still got to bend your right knee. Now wherever you are, drop your left hand to your right knee. Sweep that right hand back behind you. See if you can look over your right shoulder. Then we're going to release that right knee. You're going to step all the way back with your right foot. Let your right toes land towards the right side of the mat. Deep bend your left knee. Carve your left hand around, or right hand around. Right hand goes along your right thigh, or rests behind your back. Left hand reaches up and over into your reverse warrior. Right, keep bending into your left knee. That's important here, right? Once you get everything else in place, bend more deeply into your left knee. Create a little more space. Now from here, push that left leg straight. Bring your hands to heart center. Without moving your feet, bend into your right knee. Drop your right elbow toward your right knee. Be in this shallow Skonasana like I am right now. You take it all the way down, letting your left heel lift and your right heel lift and your left toes lift. Look like this. Again, you don't have to, right? You can keep it right here. Now from here, you're going to push through your right knee, straighten your right leg, then back into your left knee. Your left toes should still be pointed towards the front of the room. Open it up into warrior two. Right over the middle finger. On your right hand here, twisting here. Just straight, just warrior two, warrior two. That's all we're doing. Nice and simple. The complicated part comes now because we're going to come into that one-legged chair. So you're going to step forward with your right foot. Right, straighten out your left leg. Drop your right ankle on top of your left knee, and then bend in to your left knee. See if you can drop your right elbow to your right knee. Maybe you can drop your left elbow to the sole of your right foot. If you don't get that low, you're here. It's all good. All right, now just set that right foot down. Sweep your hands up to the sky, standing mountain. Take your float here. Swan back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step the foot back to plank. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, from here, bend your knees. Look between your thumbs. Bring your feet towards your hands. You're in forward fold. Now turn towards the front here. heels in, your toes out. And then bend into your knees, drop your hips. Come into your Vinyasa squat. Now you can use a block here. If you've got one, sit on the block, right? You want your heels on the ground. If you can't sit like this with your heels on the ground, try using the block. If it's not comfortable, try using the block. If you've tried using the block and sitting on the block and you still don't love this pose, then what I want you to do is drop down to your glutes, bring the soles of your feet together, and just come to a round ankle. All right, that's fine too. What we're doing physically here is opening the hips, whether we're doing it in bound ankle or in that squat. What we're physiologically doing, we're calming the body down after the flow, right? You want to refocus on your breath. Notice the breath again. You still have control of it. If not, reassert that control here. Lengthen your breaths. Slow your breaths. Deepen your breaths. So you stay right here. Close your eyes. Get that focus back to your breath. This is here. Liza, she probably only came for a second. Sue. All right, now, when you're ready here, everybody's going to drop down to their glutes, right? And we're going to come into a hook line position. So that means you've got your knees up to the sky. Right, I'm going to come sideways here so you guys can see my whole body. Knees are up to the sky. Your head is up towards the ceiling, all right? Now we're going to take our hands. You're going to sweep your hands back behind you. This is your report work for today, right? So you want your shoulders right over your wrists. Ideally, your fingertips are pointed towards your glutes. If it's better for you to have your fingertips pointed out to the sides, you can go ahead and do that. We're going to lift up into reverse table. So that just means you're going to push through your hands, push through your feet, lift your hips up. We'll come right here into this reverse table. Now, from reverse table, take your right leg and just kick it straight forward. Right? Try to keep your hips lifted. Try to keep your knees even with each other. Okay, so it's like your sole of your foot's coming towards the front of the room. Then bend that right knee, drop it down. Lift your left foot up, same thing, right? Left knee even with the right. Bring your toes back towards your face. So flex your foot, stay on that point. There you go. And then bend into your left knee, drop it down. Just do that twice more on each side. Kick your foot straight forward. Into it, drop it down. Left foot straight forward. Did I say left foot last time? Doesn't matter. Just alternate. Drop it straight down. One more time each side. Right foot. Bend it, drop it down. Left foot. Bend it, drop it down. Now push your hips up a little higher. And then let your hips come all the way down. Drop yourself down to the mat. Right? You don't really get a break here because what we're going to do, you're going to bring your arms forward. Lift your feet up off the ground. Come into your boat. All right, now here's where I had them take a strap. If you're at home, right, grab a little strap or a towel, or if not, I'll show you what to do otherwise, right? So here's what we're going to do. So you're in your boat. Now, try to take that strap, put it around the ball of your feet. All right, so around the ball of your feet, lift up in the boat. Wow, it should seem easier. Right about here, right? If you don't have a strap or a towel, maybe you just really bend it into your knees and pull those knees in so you can grab your feet. Right? Now, wherever you are here, see if you can straighten your legs. Watch, I'm going to do it without a strap. I'm just straightening my legs up. Oh. If you have the strap, it's even easier. You're here, bring it up. I just want you to hold here, 3 breaths. And we're going to take it now. We're going to take it from here down to canoe. So if you've got the strap, just let your hands slide along the strap. Right? Legs stay straight. They start to hover the floor. Your head and shoulders hover the floor. Right? If you don't have a strap, then you should regular canoe. Right? Maybe your feet have to be high. Okay, you're here. That's okay. Right? If you got the strap, see how low you can get. Strap makes it easy. I want you to hold. A couple more breaths. then let everything come down. Release the strap. Take your arms up overhead. And just do a nice full deep body stretch here. Now take your strap or your towel, put it to the right side of your body. Right? But what we're going to do right now, just take your right knee, hug it in to your chest. And take it slightly toward your right armpit. Push your left thigh bone towards the ground. Right now, from here, take your right arm. Take it out long so it's coming straight out of your right shoulder blades. So right fingertips are reaching towards the right side of the room. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Draw that right knee over to the left side of your body. Might not hit the ground, that's okay. Right now, once you're here, take that right leg. See if you can kick it all the way straight. Now you might roll a little bit over onto your left hip, that's okay. Right, let that right foot come to the ground. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. Just a little bit different twist, more about the right ITD and the right hip than it is about the twist. That's why I said it's okay if you roll over a little onto your left hip, if your left glute came a little bit off the floor. Mine did. Now, bend back into your right knee. Roll back over all the way to your back. Take both hands. Hug that knee into your chest again. This time, you're going to take the strap again, if you have one, right? Or a towel. Put it around the ball of your right foot. And then kick it up to the sky. Alright, so with the strap, it looks like this. If I have a towel, same thing. If you don't have a strap or a towel, right, then you're just going to grab wherever you can behind your right leg. Maybe you're just grabbing onto your thigh. Maybe you grab onto your knee. Maybe you're super flexible. Who needs a strap, right? Maybe you can grab onto your foot without a strap. I don't know. Right, wherever you are, it's good. But really flex that right foot. Push your right heel towards the sky. Pull that right knee, or that whole right leg in towards your body. Don't bend your knee to get it closer to your body, right? Keep it nice and straight. Get that big stretch in your right hamstring. Take 3 breaths here. And when you're ready, you're going to release that right leg. If you've got the strap, put a little bend in your right knee so you can take the strap off. And then let that right leg go all the way long. Take your strap, if you're using one, move it over to the left side of the body. When we're ready for that. So right now, we're not going to use the strap. You're just going to take your left knee, hug it in to your chest. Angle that left knee toward your left armpit. We're going to take that twist. So let your left arm come out long. And then take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. And then guide that left knee over to the right side of your body. So right now, right with that bent knee, your right hip is still on the ground. And then if you can here, now you're going to kick that left leg all the way straight. Let yourself roll over a little bit more, right? So again, maybe you come onto your right hip. So you can get that left foot to touch the ground. Keep that right shoulder anchored, looking to the right. So you feel that left IT band, left glute start to open up a little bit more. Now, bend back in to your left knee. Bring it back into your chest. Right, and then from there, you're going to take that left leg up to the sky. Now, if you have a strap, put the strap around the ball of your left foot. Take that left leg up to the sky. If you don't have a strap, remember, just grab wherever you can around that left leg. Really flex that left foot either way, right? So that heel's going towards the sky, toes are coming towards your face. Keep pulling that left leg toward your body. Don't bend your knee to get it close to your body. You're gonna get a better stretch if you keep that leg straight, even if it has to come a little further away from your body. That's why the strap can help here, right? So you take it further away. If you don't have a strap, it's all right. I don't care how inflexible you are, or think you are, right? You'll still get a great stretch if you're here. If you're feeling it, just doing this, and you're doing it right. So you can bring it in a little bit more as we go on. Just 3 more breaths here. And then release that left leg. Take it down to the mat. All right, now if you got that strap, take it off. You're gonna bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees go out to the side. Just come to that reclining down ankle here. And again, maybe you take your arms up overhead. Open up your whole upper body. Maybe you take your hands and you press them against your inner thighs or knees to open up those legs a little more. Maybe you're just resting your hands at your sides or on your belly. And you choose. You need more sensation in the legs, whatever you're doing with your hands. Move the heels a little closer to your body. I'm going to back it off more. Push those heels further away. All right, so you guys stay right here in this reclining down ankle, your version. We're going to stay for a minute. Yes. Came to watch us. Got a comment. Gwen. Ready here, bring your knees back together. Put your feet flat on the ground. Take your feet about hip width distance apart. Right? Make sure your knees are right over your ankles. Maybe you can move your heels a little closer to your glutes. Right? Have your hands at your side, palm face down. Once you're there, you're going to press through all 4 corners of both feet and then lift your hips up to the sky. So coming into a nice gentle bridge here. You've got a block, maybe you want to slide the block under your hips and make this a supported bridge. Or you're staying unsupported like I am, right? Engage your quads, engage your glutes. Use the strength in your legs to push your hips up to the sky. That's for an unsupported bridge, right? If you're supported with the block, you're doing the same thing with the block. You're using the leverage of the block to push your hips higher to increase the flexibility of your back. Either way, your shoulders should be slightly tucked. And the chest keep opening. If you're unsupported, you want to make this really deep. You can work one entire shoulder, then the other underneath your body. That pushes your hips even higher. Take 3 more breaths here. And then as you exhale, just let those hips slowly float back down to the mat. Once your hips are all the way down to the mat. All right, now we're going to come into waterfall. So if you saw that block under your hips and you want to keep it there for waterfall, you can, right? Or if you don't have a block, it's fine. Take your legs straight up to the sky. Flex your feet like you're going to step on the ceiling. So in my regular waterfall, like I'm in right now, my hands are still at my sides, palms face down. So my feet are flexed like I'm going to step on the ceiling. Getting the blood to go from the feet, where it pools all day, back to the head and the heart a little bit more. If you got a block on your hips, just makes it slightly more intense because you've elevated your hips slightly. If you want to make this a lot more intense, you can come to full shoulder stand. That's when you lift your hips up on your own. Put your hands small on your back. So you're supporting yourself on your shoulders and your forearms. If you come to shoulder stand, you want your feet to be kind of half flexed, half pointed. You don't have to come to shoulder stand. You can stay a waterfall, right? Either way, we're all getting the great inversion benefits. Take 2 more breaths here. And then when we're ready to come out of it, whatever version you're in, we're all coming out the same way. Bend your knees, let them scrape along your face and body. Slowly drop those feet back down to the mat. So you're landing back in that constructive rest position. We're going to come to happy baby from here. So your feet are going to go back up to the sky. I'll demonstrate it in a minute, right? But you're going to separate your feet slightly this time. There we go. That's what I want to do. All right. You're going to bend your knees, maybe slightly or maybe a lot. That's up to you. Right? And then you're going to reach up for your same foot with your same hand. So I bend my knees a lot, reaching out for my left foot with my left hand, my right foot with my right hand. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're gonna grab the foot, if you grab the ankle, the shin, knee, wherever that connection is made, it's good. Once you've made it, right, then you're gonna roll forward slightly. So you're feeling that sacrum, that low part of your back, press into the mat. Then you can rock from side to side. You're giving yourself a little spinal massage. Oh, it should feel good. If it doesn't, for any reason, then just skip the rock and stay still. Right, that's perfectly fine too. Now that you're here, maybe it would feel better to straighten your legs, to widen your legs, to bend your knees more, to bring them in more, right? Whatever feels really, really great to you, that's where you want to be in Happy Baby. Happy Baby should be the happy part of your practice. Make it feel good. Just take about 3 more breaths here. And then take your knees when you're ready, hug them all the way into your chest. And we're going to take our final twist here. So it's just like we did at the very beginning of class, right? We take both arms out long in that T position, drop your knees over to the right. Take your chin and gaze to the left. But this time, we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Right, so you have a chance to get deeper into the twist. Maybe you take your right hand, press your knees closer to the earth. Take your chin, your gaze, over your left shoulder. And keeping that left shoulder anchored, right? Maybe you want to extend your legs here. Make them go towards your right fingertips. That doesn't feel good? Good, keep bent. Good. The important thing is to keep that left shoulder anchored, because that's giving you the twist. All right, now, when you're ready here, pull your knees back up to center. Now you're going to let your knees go to the left, as your chin and gaze go to the right. Same thing here. Maybe you press down on your knees with your left hand. Make it a little deeper. Maybe you extend your legs towards your left fingertips. Maybe you don't do any of that, right? It's all good. Keep that right shoulder anchored. Keep looking over your right shoulder. We always finish off with this twist, just to seal off our practice, let our bodies remember everything they did today. Next time you come to practice yoga, it'll make everything a little easier to be able to get everywhere a little deeper. On your next inhale, pull those knees back up to center. Give one final hug into your chest. And we'll set up for that final pose, our Shavasana. Right? Take your legs out long. Take your hands to your sides. That's your traditional Shavasana, flat on your back. That being said, right, if it's not comfortable to you, you don't have to stay here. You can always bend your knees. Right? Let them fall in against each other. That takes pressure off the low back. If you want to come back to that reclining down ankle, butterfly your legs. Maybe you need to roll all the way to your side. All great options. I want you to find where you feel the most comfortable. Right, I'm sitting up so I can talk to you. You find your perfect Shavasana. If you have a towel or a blanket or a shirt, put it over your eyes. Otherwise, just close your eyes. Let that quiet come to your mind. If you're struggling to find that quiet mind, take your focus back to your breath. Let your breath take over again. Remember, your breath is always your best path to quieting the mind. Don't try to control your breath anymore. Let it go. Let it do what it wants to do. That's how it can start to guide you. It can take you to a place where there's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. And that's always going to be your true quiet. Now slowly start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, feeling that increased sensation that comes with a quiet mind. If you want to here, you take your arms overhead, do a nice full, deep body stretch. And then from there, just roll over onto your right side in a fetal position. Take a couple breaths there to reacclimate to our space here in the studio, your space there at home. Take as long as you need, but when you're ready, only when you're ready, you'll push yourself up to seated. And we'll close here. So we're going to close just with 2 Bhamari breaths, and then an Om. The Bhamari breath, we inhale as we exhale, make that little humming sound in the back of the throat. And the Om is the universal syllable, uses all parts of the throat. You can join me in these breaths, or you can just listen. But let's close our eyes. We'll inhale here together. Inhaling again. Now inhale one final time and Let your eyes drift open. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy, your practice with me this morning. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. All right. Thank you, guys. All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for some gentle yoga. So come join me, whether here in the studio or here on Facebook, and I will see you guys all tomorrow, okay? Have a great day. Bye.